I am Charlie Spell III. I played at Winston-Salem 1984 through 1988 under the tutelage of Clarence Big House Gaines. Coach Gaines came to my house when I was 17 years old, and I was out late at that time. Normally as a 17 years, it was on a Tuesday, but I was out a little later than normal, so I came home about 1 o'clock in the morning. And when I got there, I saw this car pulled in the yard. And it was Coach Gaines sitting at my table with my mother and my aunt and one of his friends, and they was up playing cards. And I came in and he looked at me and said, "Boy," he said, "You kind of late coming home, aren't you?" I said, "Sorry, sir, I didn't know that you was gonna be here. If I knew you'd been here, I'd have came on in." But anyway, he sat there and he overwhelmed my mother and my aunt, and they just fell in love with me. And I sit down at the table and I talk with my mother and I said, "What you want me to do?" And I had other offers, Division I's and things like that, but at the time I really didn't know the difference. And I think that's the way the Lord had it set up. And she said, "I like him, son." She said, "Go play for him." And that's why I chose WSSU. It was so many great guys: Coach Gaines, Coach Grant, Buddy Taylor, Bumpy Fernandez, Coach Bill Hayes, Coach Roseboro, that just took you under their wing, show you how to become a man, I think was the most important thing for me at that time. Playing for Coach, you had to get an adjustment because he was such a large image. In your mind, he was Big House Gaines, and you had to live up to that name. So it came with a lot of pressure at first. But then as you kind of start to get to know him and start to understand him, he'll let you in and he'll just kind of start to guide you. And that's kind of what I loved about it, because once you earned his confidence and you earned his trust and he knew that you was on the same page with him, he just really just kind of let you react and put you in situations where you could react and play the type of basketball that you really was comfortable with playing. When we came to Winston in '84, I believe that Coach had about 715 wins. And from that class of '84 to '88, we saw some milestones. We got them to 750. And by the way, that was against North Carolina Central. And then we got them to 775. And that was another milestone. And then when I finally left there, we got them up to 785. So those are the memories that really stand out to me. Those are the most important things that I was a part of this legend's life, and I was able to give something back because he gave me so much. We was playing North Carolina A&T, and oh man, we played a wonderful game. We had a great game. We got a rebound. I'm coming down court, and man, dude ripped me. I can't forget his name. He ripped me, and I was drawing him to me, and I was going to pass it to Steve Hood for a layup for the win. And man, out of nowhere, dude come down on. He probably fouled me, but I'm not gonna claim it. He ripped me, took one bounce, and he threw the ball up in the air from 3/4 in on the other end of the court, and it went in, and we lost to North Carolina A&T. That's I hate we lost that way, but you know what? Only thing that satisfied me, we had beat them 3 times before, during my career, so I wasn't. Hey, they got one. I think the next week we came back and beat North Carolina Central to death. That's for Coach Hill. What am I up to now? I have been practicing dentistry for 29 years in Memphis, Tennessee. I give God all the credit because he placed me here to serve this great community and to be a part of this community. And it's just been wonderful. He set me on a place called Mount Moriah, like in the Bible. The street is called Mount Moriah. And in the Bible, that's where Abraham was going to sacrifice Isaac. And so sometimes I get overwhelmed. I think about how good God has been to me. He put me in Memphis. He set me up on Mount Moriah. And that just kind of gave me a sense of saying, you know what, this is where I'm supposed to be. And I just thank God that he planted me here. I talked to Robert Cole. And I sat there and I talked to him and I told him, and we was in the gym and I'm looking at, they had just put my number up there on the wall. I'm sitting there looking at, he's looking at, he said, what do I need to do? And I told him, I said, go to your coach and communicate with him. Y'all need to know each other's ins and outs. I said, don't be scared of him. Don't be frightened of him. Talk to him. Get to know him. Y'all need to be going to plays, drawing plays together. You need to be studying. You need to be doing all these things so that, that y'all can be like, a tandem, a team. And you know what he said? He said that, that he would do that. And then for me to go to the CIAA championship last year and for y'all to win it and the way that y'all won it, oh my God, bro, that was so awesome. They call me Charlie Rock. And I think that my legacy will be that, it was a guy, he wasn't the best athlete. He wasn't, the tallest guy, but he sure worked hard. And I hope that the men and the players and the fans and the students remember that. And I think if I had left that behind, then I did okay.